The Google Pixel 9a. This is a phone so good that they literally made it twice. Hey guys, it's Aris. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about my experience with the Pixel 9a and why it's probably one of my most favorite phones ever, really. So let's check it out. Okay, so this phone I feel was a pretty important turning point in Google's A line because, well, the design. The design is, as much as I hate to, I guess, echo what the majority has been saying, the majority has been saying it for a reason. This is straight up a clean design. Like, it's very simple. Google literally did what everyone asked them to do. Like, hey, Google, we don't want slimmer phones. Just make it thicker, get rid of that, camera bump, and just fill that space up with battery. And I feel that they did it. There's a small bump right here because I actually am using a camera guard on my phone. So to protect the camera, I also have a screen protector on, so I can't really speak on the durability of this phone because I'm treating it like a phone. This phone is actually on a case the majority of the time. There's just some random case that I found on the internet. I think it looks really cool. Let me know what you guys think. Cool dark camo pattern going on. I think it looks pretty clean and it kind of adds an actual design to the phone for when I guess I actually want there to be. The thing I kind of don't like about it is obviously it's hiding the iris color, which I picked specifically because, guys, the iris color I think is the best looking one. So yeah, but most of the time, this is how I rock my phone. By the way, here's some camera footage and audio footage coming out of the main camera from this phone. Let me know what you guys think. There's also a wide angle lens, and it zooms 2 times, and if you guys want to zoom in digitally and, maybe just risk it not looking that good, it can go up to 5 times through recording. And this is the selfie camera. By the way, I'm currently on a small little vacation right now. This is my hotel room, so I don't know. I just had some free time and I decided maybe it's time that I actually talk about a phone that I used for a few months. Okay. So I'm pretty sure those who are pretty astute have noticed, well, there is no SIM card on this phone. Currently, right now, I actually moved the SIM card of this phone. Well, it was in my S23 Ultra because I swapped back to that phone, but right now I'm actually using a Google Pixel 6 Pro, so I technically downgraded. And the only reason I switched to this phone is because I actually liked this phone so much that the only downside for me was the size. I'm just a big phone guy. I do appreciate like the normal form factor of this phone, but I definitely needed a bigger phone, guys. Like, look at that. Come on. I just like bigger phones. But this phone is still great. So let me talk about this phone. So this year, Google actually dropped the Google Pixel 10a. And when, it dropped and it was released, it is literally the same phone. There are just very minor tweaks to the phone. Like, I believe, they completely flattened out the back because technically there was a very, very tiny camera bump on the phone. So that changed design very slightly, but it looks the same nevertheless. Actually, what else did they do to the phone? I think they improved the glass in the front and then added some software features. So for the most part, it's more or less 90%, 95% the same phone. So, which is weird talking about it because usually Google's strategy when it came to the A line is, hey, when we get to the A line, let's get the best features, put it on this phone, slap the, latest tensor chip we got and call it a day. And usually it works out, it goes great, but it's weird because the 10a actually has the same Tensor G4 chip that the 9a has. So what I think happened is maybe Google at first weren't planning on making a 10a model. This part's speculation, by the way. I just don't think they were planning on making the 10a, but maybe they just had a bunch of parts of the 9a still lying around, right? They're still gonna make more, continue to sell it. But maybe they decided, okay, we have some new parts that we can do in, we can improve some aspects of the phone and at least give them something new. So I don't know, that's where I think like the 10a is not made for people that have the 9a, right? It's made for people who probably had a previous model, like maybe if you had a 7a, a 6a, and you're finally upgrading, a 10a might be a good idea. But at the same time, because this phone exists and you could buy it for a much cheaper price than the 10a, this is still a very compelling value. So okay, it's a nice display, right? 120 hertz, very nice, very vibrant. The one thing people will always bring up are the bezels of this display. I'll be the first to agree that the bezels on the phone are much thicker than, literally every phone. It is pretty noticeable at first glance, but I'm not gonna lie, when you start using the phone, well, as a phone, you're not gonna notice these bezels anymore. I don't know, for me personally, for the price you pay, it's a fair trade-off when the rest of the phone is actually so good. So what do you get with the rest of the phone? Well, you get Google's version of Android, which is really nice. A new Pixel dropped not too long ago, and you can kind of customize, I guess, icons a bit more. That's what I did with this. So it matches the background, I feel. Let me know what you guys think of the layout. You get Google's Tensor G4 chip, which is actually pretty capable. I wouldn't get a Google phone for gaming because, well, they're not the best. Snapdragon and MediaTek do it much better, and obviously, Apple's A chips are great too. But it's not like that they're not able to do it. I actually tested out, I guess what people would normally play, Genshin Impact, some COD Mobile. I just tested out a bunch of random games, and honestly, they all ran pretty well. I really didn't feel like I was missing on much. As long as you don't crank up the settings to make the game look as good as possible, it can do gaming, and it's fine. It's not the best, but it's pretty great, to be honest. Okay, so when this phone came out, MSRP was $499, without taxes added onto it, but because it is a Google Pixel, it did go on sale pretty frequently. But I waited around like Amazon Day. If you guys don't know, Amazon, they have these days where they have like massive sales on a lot of stuff. So I knew that, when that day came, the price of the Google Pixel would normally go down by $100, and it did. And another thing that I was able to add on top of it was, this probably isn't the best news, but if you had a Google Pixel 6a, which I did have before this, the Google Pixel 6a had some battery issues where Google had to address it by either giving people one of three options. They either would completely replace the battery for you for free if you could find, an area like around you that could actually replace the battery. They'd give you $100 in cash or $150 off on, a Pixel product. So Amazon Day comes around, right? And the thing is, here's a quick tip. If you ever see a sale on like a big site like Amazon on a specific product, go to the official website too. In most cases, they have their sales at the same time. So what I did was I went to google.com, checked out the Pixel 9a, and sure enough, it was $399 because of the sale. And then I added on my $150, I guess, coupon from Google themselves because I had that 6a. And yeah, so basically I bought this phone for like $270, with the taxes added, right? So for me personally, because I paid almost half of MSRP, this phone was just a pretty great deal for me. It was kind of a no-brainer to buy. So I spent I'd like to say 4 or 5 months actually using the phone. Like I said, the only issue I had with this phone was the size. I'm just used to bigger phones, so that's the only reason I ended up switching back to my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra that I've had for a while. But while I did have this phone, I really didn't feel like I was missing anything. I feel like in terms of the mid-range section, because that's where I feel the MSRP lies, this is not a budget phone, guys. I'm just gonna say that. I feel like I paid a budget price, and that was only because of very specific circumstances. But, MSRP being $500, now that it's I guess, if you look in the used market, actually, let me check the used market. Let me see what people are selling this for if I were to check eBay. Okay, looking at the used market right now, I see something for $270 right there, $330 being really the highest. It looks like you can really get this phone for a pretty good deal right now if you're looking at the used market. So $250 if you're T-Mobile specifically. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Straight up, that's a pretty good deal. You're getting a 10A minus 1 year of OS updates, which is kind of weird thinking about because technically the 10A and the 9A share the same Google Tensor G4. So wouldn't that mean that this phone could handle that extra year too, if the 10A could? Well, we knew something was gonna be software locked, so yeah, great phone. It does everything I need to and more. The camera I feel is amazing. Honestly, probably the best camera you can get at this price range. And it's just an overall nice experience. I know people talk about the Pixel software, and honestly, I thought they were just talking to talk, right? To me, as an outsider, before I actually had a Pixel phone, I just thought, it looks like a, normal phone software. But now that I actually got to use it, and now that I actually got to try it, I am really happy that I got it. Like, I understand now. Pixel fans, I understand the fact that this phone made me want to get another Pixel phone that was, technically a downgrade, but in a lot of different ways an upgrade. Yeah, I don't know. So, personally, I would get this phone, 100%. Like, I do not regret buying this phone. Would I play full price? No, and that's only because it's Google, guys. Always wait for a deal. Like, you will always, if you wait for the right time, like Black Friday sales, Amazon Day sales, you can easily get a Google Pixel A model for like $100 off. It may be more if you get lucky on specific places, but oh, carrier deals too. Carrier deals are pretty aggressive on Pixels. I don't know why. Either way though, yeah, great phone. I'm going to talk about this phone once I've, played with it longer. Spoiler alert, this is a great phone. And if you guys want me to talk about my S23 Ultra, because I guess it was the phone that I swapped over to after this and all of that, which I also had that for a long time, let me know. But yeah, 9A, definitely one of my favorite phones of all time. So if you guys enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace, guys. Bye.